It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we'll get to see a battle for conference superiority. It's the Jacksonville Jaguars and the New York Giants, next on Madden Football.
Travel west from Midtown Manhattan, through the Lincoln Tunnel to the Jersey side. It's MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico with Greg Olson, partner. A couple of teams that feel like they have all the pieces. Just came up short last year. They were so excited to get 2024 going and try to make another run to get into the postseason.
Yeah, and both these teams absolutely fall into that category. And just last year, going into the season, Mike, not only did they have playoff expectations, but in a lot of ways, they had Super Bowl aspirations. They believe that if the things fall their way, they catch a break, they continue to stay healthy, the roster they have put together is a playoff roster, if not a Super Bowl roster.
The veteran kicker, Graham Gano, puts it on the tee. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. On the return, it's Parker Washington. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Jacksonville offense ready to go to work for the first time. Leading them out, the former #1 overall pick back in the 2021 draft, it's Trevor Lawrence.
You think back just a few years ago, Mike, Trevor Lawrence coming out of Clemson, he was regarded as one of the top quarterback prospects of the last decade, and at times, he's fit the billing, but it's been the inconsistency, protect the ball, turnovers. If he can clean up a lot of those miscues, he could be one of the top quarterbacks in this league. Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short game.
Second down, Lawrence. Get this to the tight end, Johnny Munt. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Trying to avoid the early 3 and out, they face 3rd and a yard. To throw is Lawrence. This one is caught, and it's the tight end, Strange. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense, like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do. They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay. This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. On the draw, the give to Etienne. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it is 3rd down.
Great job by the defense here, quickly realizing that this was going to be a draw. They're not caught off guard thinking that they're defending the pass. They're able to not only get in there for a stop, but they're able to take them down in the backfield for a loss.
Set up the screen. Out wide, it's Brown. Trying to find some seam out there, but he will not. They get him behind the line, and 4th down is coming up.
I think it's safe to assume that is not how they envisioned that 3rd down play call going, and now after going backwards, it's going to bring up 4th down.
On 4th down, the Jaguars send out the veteran Logan Cook to punt. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Giants offense making their way out for the first time. They're led out by their veteran quarterback, Super Bowl winner, Russell Wilson.
I don't know about you, Mike, but my biggest takeaway from our meeting with him was just how important it is that they get off to a fast start. He made it very clear. They wanted to put their opponent on their heels right from the jump. So I think early in this game, they're going to come out swinging right from their opening whistle.
That's caught. It's Tyrone Tracy. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
So often for a defense defending the passing game, the most difficult guy to account for is the running back out of the backfield. So a really nice job here bringing him down before he has a chance to pick up any yards after the catch.
Out of the gun, it's Wilson. Left side in the hands of Neighbors. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play, winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
They'll run here with the rookie. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage. Third and 6. Now it's Wilson. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
He'll take this in back at the 16. And that's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. The Jaguars offense ready to get going with their 2nd possession. They'll give it to ETN to start this drive. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing in and dropping him for a loss.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Quick throw, taken in. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. That's into the hands of Travis Etienne. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. The Giants offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. On second down, Russ.
And this is one of the cases, Mike, where defenders, they get their eyes in the wrong spot. They call it eye discipline. He catches them looking elsewhere. It allows him to get upfield and make this third down a lot more manageable.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Slayton is the man in motion. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. Trayvon Walker, the former 1st overall pick, in there for the sack.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
This fielded inside the 35. And it'll be a good return. He's able to get it up past the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, Lawrence. He'll go down. They drop him for the sack on the final play of this 1st quarter. So we've come to the end of a fairly evenly played opening quarter. What will the 2nd quarter have in store? More from MetLife Stadium after this. Receiver in motion, going right. Now 2nd down throw for Lawrence. That's out to Brown, right side, complete. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
So often, sacks, especially on 1st down, can be drive killers. But their ability here to take this from 2nd and long to 3rd and short, they've got a really good opportunity here, Mike. If they don't get it on 3rd, don't be surprised if they go for it on 4th.
Open man, left side, he's got it. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker, and that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision.
Mike, I don't really even think this is much of a conversation. On the plus side of the 50, I think you've got to keep your offense on the field, stay aggressive, and try to maintain possession. You get field position like this, you want to make sure this drive ends with some sort of points.
Oh, not the greatest punt there. This is going to hit and go out of bounds. The Giants offense getting set to get back to work. They'll operate from their own 3-yard line as they try to put something together here on this drive. It's 1st and 10. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. They'll run again. It's Tracy again. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Russ. Pass pulled in by Tracy. Looking for room out on the edge. Not going to find it. As a matter of fact, I think they tracked him down behind the line of scrimmage. Good job by the defense, and it's 4th down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
Perhaps he didn't get all of it. Their catch is taken right around midfield. The Jaguars offense ready to get back to work. They'll start with a short field, looking for the first points of this contest, and they'll begin 1st and 10. Lawrence gives this one to Etienne, and he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They put Strange in motion. Lawrence now on second down. And that ball incomplete over the middle. Brian Thomas, the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up a third down.
You hear quarterback coaches say it all the time. Let's get our guy easy completions. Well, that falls certainly into that category, Mike, but when you fail to connect on those, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Lawrence from the gun here on third down. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
Well, so often we see quarterbacks standing in the pocket, holding it, seeing if they can create something downfield. Well, not that play. That play was simple. Snap the ball to the quarterback, spit it out into the hands of your receiver, and let's see what he can do.
They go play action for Lawrence. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. Olsen and Evo, the good coverage. Gets his hand in there to knock it away.
Well, if you're going to target him in the end zone, you better come correct, man, because this guy, he embraces those moments of one-on-one coverage when it matters the most, and I think he just saved 6 by getting his hands on that one.
First carry for the Auburn alum, Tank Bigsby. And a good run there on second down. A pickup of 7. It'll bring up 3rd and 3.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. He's got his man. It's complete to Thomas. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
To be a prolific passing offense in this league, you have to be able to both throw the ball from the pocket and you have to be able to operate and convert on third downs. And they've really done both at a high level on this drive. And to no surprise, they find themselves first and goal.
They've got it at the 8, first down and goal. Now Lawrence on the bootleg. This one is pulled in. Are the feet in bounds? Yes! Johnny Munt. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
Extra point by Little is good. And the Jaguars will take a 7-0 lead. Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Giants offense ready to get back at it. They'll be hoping to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 our score as this drive begins with a first down. And that'll be a short gain up to the 27-yard line. They'll come up on a second down and 8. From the shotgun, Wilson. That's complete to the tight end, Theo Johnson.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. He'll look middle here and get it to Neighbors. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike. How well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
On first down, Wilson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
Two minutes remain. First half in a 7-0 game. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this. 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Wilson. A throw on the move is caught. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down?
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. This will start from the 12, trying to put a drive together here. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Lawrence. To the left side. It's caught by Brown. And it'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
1st and 10. Now here's Lawrence. Looking middle, and he's got Brown. The Jags will use the first of their timeouts here. It comes with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. In motion comes Thomas. A 1st down throw for Lawrence. Open man left side is Brown. He's got it. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
2nd down, Lawrence. Throw left side, taken in by Thomas. Now a timeout for Jacksonville. Their 2nd, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in half number 1. Play action now. It's Lawrence. That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And he'll be taken down, and there is a flag on the play. This is going to be a huge call. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment, but for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports Halftime Report. This has been a hard-fought battle thus far. Just the one touchdown to this point is still anybody's game at 7-0, as both of these defenses have been out there trying to one-up one another.
Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up. Here comes a return from the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The home team's offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. They'll begin with a zone read. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line.
Man, when it works well, the zone read is a thing of beauty. It just adds another dimension to this offense, and if the defense doesn't get a better plan, they're going to continue to do it all day.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Wilson. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. What a way to start this drive. A second big play. This one for 22.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
High throw, but it's reeled in. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Play action. It's Wilson. And they get to him and finally bring him down. It will go down as a sack.
And I like the idea of moving the pocket. It makes it harder for the defense to rush the passer, but you have to account for the end man on the line of scrimmage, and that guy's job is to set an edge. Nobody gets outside of me. In this case, the quarterback. You've got to be better protecting your edges anytime you put your quarterback on the move.
On 3rd down, here's Wilson. Oh, that's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range.
What really stood out to me, Mike, was the body language of the middle linebacker prior to the ball being snapped. So often we see the guy who's blitzing, they get a little antsy and they tip their hand. But that wasn't the case here. He times it perfectly, nobody accounts for him, and he comes away with the sack.
The Giants sending out their punter, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Jags offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. He'll take this forward for about a yard at best. Micah McFadden, the linebacker, there on the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And he's going to somehow manage to get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. It'll be 3rd down.
So after picking up some positive yardage on first down, they end up going backwards on second. That sack now brings up 3rd and long, and what most of the time is a very pass-happy situation makes them very one-dimensional.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Back to the sideline and intercepted. Picked up by Bobby Okereke.
You know, Mike, I like the mindset of this offensive coordinator. He's saying, listen, I'm not looking to preserve this lead. I'm looking to extend my lead. Now, that aggressive play calling in this case led to the turnover. Now your defense has to take the field. Can they bail you out and keep this lead unchanged prior to their next possession?
Here's the Giants offense. Now they get set to take over once more. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right
in trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
As this offense continues to try to find its way out of this hole, things are going to just continue to get more difficult if they can't protect the passer. The longer you trail, the more the defense knows you need to throw the ball, and they're going to have to protect their quarterback a lot better than they did there.
Out of the gun, here's Russ. Throw, left side, that's Johnson. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
These hitch routes, they're usually just designed to pick up a few safe yards. An easy completion, get some rhythm for your quarterback. However, this time, he's able to make a little magic happen after the catch and turn it into something much bigger than even they were probably anticipating.
And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Gano's kick is good. And the Giants are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
On the return, it's Tank Bigsby. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Jaguars offense ready to take over once again. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. This one is caught, and it's the tight end, Strange. And he's going to be running out of bounds, but not until he gets down to the 40-yard line. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
On 1st and 10, Lawrence fires left sideline. That is complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they take it to the 20-yard line with that one. And it's a gain of 20 on the heels of another big play to begin this drive. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. In motion comes Thomas. Quick throw here is complete. They face 2nd down and 7. They put Strange in motion. Now 2nd down throw for Lawrence. Right back to Thomas. He's got it again. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Here's 3rd and 2. They put Strange in motion. They'll try and run for the first with ETN. Here's a run. He slowed up quickly as he gets this down to the 6. Here now, 2nd down and goal. Again, they give it to ETN. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Travis Etienne. Touchdown, Jaguars. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finished it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Here's Cam Little for the PAT. His kick is good. And the Jaguars extend their advantage to 14-3. Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The home team's offense ready for this next possession. They trail now 14-3, so an 11-point deficit as they start things out with 1st and 10. Now Russ. This one is hauled in by Daniel Bellinger. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. From the shotgun, Wilson. He's got his man, that's Slayton, and that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand.
Pickup of 11 yards on that one. 1st down, Giants. On the give, it's Tracy. And he'll get maybe a yard. That's it. Foye Oluokun with the play. So we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Wilson. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
On 3rd down, they'll run with Tracy. Oh, and the rookie puts it on the deck. It's a fumble. The Jaguars have it.
You know, it's amazing, Mike, that guys still end up fumbling the ball, because I can tell you from experience, the first 15 minutes of every offensive practice is ball security circuit, and that could be a combination of multiple things. How to go to the ground without getting loose to the ball, almost like the art of falling. It could be running over bags or through bags as guys take swats at the ball trying to knock it out. There are so many ways to simulate what the game is like, because at the end of the day, if you want to win in the NFL, protecting the ball is the #1 priority, and it cannot be stressed enough.
The drive begins with a carry from ETN. Look at him stay on his feet as he's able to shimmy his way for a gain of about 5. Lawrence now on 2nd down. This one into the hands of Brown. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself in your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
Thrown left side, the catch is made. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock, and without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
Here's a 2nd and 6. They go play action for Lawrence. That's complete to ETN. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
The carry here for ETN. He'll be bogged down. Short pickup to the 25. They put Strange in motion. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Third down, 3 to go. Sending a receiver right. Lawrence from the gun here on 3rd down. He'll get this one complete to Brown. And the Jags are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the 4th quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So really nice job here late. We're going to see if they can put this one out of reach.
Here's a chance to put this game away. 1st down and goal. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
And that's a big-time play. It felt like they really needed it, Mike. That was a drive where the offense seemed to be in complete control. Anytime on the defense where you find yourself on your heels, you're giving up big plays, you're giving up fresh set of downs, you need a spark. You need something to change the momentum of the drive, and we'll see if that was it right there.
First down was not very good. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run the toss here to Etienne. And he'll be taken down, but now a long way to go on 3rd and goal. They put Strange in motion. They'll try and run with Etienne. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They tracked him down behind the line, and it's 4th down.
A bit of a curious call there, Mike, on 3rd and goal. From this far out, you thought they would have turned to their passing game. They tried to catch the defense sleeping and keep it on the ground. Great job by the defense being ready for everything. Not only do they stop them, they take them back for a loss.
Little's kick is good. And the Jaguars going to open up a 17-3 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Gray going to return it. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The home team's offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. He'll get it into the hands of Slayton. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. They've got all 3 timeouts left, but need to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Now a short one caught by the tight end Johnson. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. They'll drop to throw. He'll look deep here for Neighbors. And he will score. Malik Neighbors. Touchdown, New York.
Well, that was step 1. The offense did their job, get this thing back within 1 possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
Now it's Graham Gano for the PAT. He's got it, and the Giants are able to cut into the lead. It's now 17-10. A one-score game late, and you figure they got to have this one as they'll try an onside kick.
With the rule changes on kickoff, Mike, it's just so hard to really expect to recover an onside kick nowadays. There's a lot of people pushing for kind of a radical change to this. Hey, can we make it 4th and 15? Offense gets the go. If they convert it, they keep the ball. I'm not sure that ever happens, but we can see here an onside kick, not much of a chance.
There's Trevor Lawrence as he and the Jaguars get set for their next drive. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Here's a 2nd and 12. Once again, it's ETN. Now a timeout. Giants, that is their 2nd. They'll talk things over before 3rd down. On 3rd down, they go with Bigsby. The Giants going to call their 3rd and final timeout as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. Jaguars ready to punt this one away as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. And this is going to work out for them. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. The home team's offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. Pass pulled in by Tracy. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time he's got a 1st down.
And now you really have to get into your full-speed 2-minute mode, Mike. After that conversion brings up a fresh set of downs, you've got to go, and you've got to go fast.
That is hard! And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. It's a big play when they needed it the most. 35 yards. Here's 1st and 10. Here we go. One final play. That's deep for the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. They took the end zone shot of the final play. It's a heartbreaking finish as this one will come to an end. So it is a win for our visitors, the Jaguars. They were the aggressors from the start, able to dictate the pace of play, and in the end, they come away with the victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night from New Jersey.